When is enough enough? At what point is a collection complete? Join us as we look at the final pieces of a collection puzzle. Welcome to Dusty Toys AU. And welcome to the last in the line.
Dusty Toys AU.
Welcome back to Dusty Toys. Here is one of the last installments in the Last in the Line series. Transformers has definitely been a favourite of mine over 40 or more years. And in 2023 they released one of my favourite characters as a retro G1 re-release. Got this guy for a bargain, $30. Originally out at like $70. So I did secretly get one at 70, but he's going to stay in his box. This guy is going to be opened so we can have a look at him, and we'll compare him to the G1 being one of my first ones that I got. Actually, it's why Hound's one of my favorites. So I love the artwork on here. One of the things that definitely appealed to me was the way that it looked right from the start. Even as far as if I tip the box over, you can see through the glare that the transformation sequence is something that used to be on the OG G1 boxes. You'd have to try and decipher it until you got the instructions out and open. But you can see there some really good artwork of Hound coming out of the Autobot shuttle in the Battle of Autobot City. If we flip it around, you can see the artwork there kind of continues on. That's what he looks like if we get him open up, which we will, of course. And here is the back. It's looking pretty good. That's what he looks like in robot mode. There's his Jeep, just like the original G1. There's a bit of a biography with some stats there. With his original motto, which was observe everything, remember even more. Hound is as fearless and loyal as they come. He fights bravely to defend Autobot City from the attacking Decepticons. And then it has it in many different languages, none of which I know and none of which I'm going to butcher. So let's have a look inside and get him out and see what it's all about. And here he is. I am, for one, glad I didn't film the unpacking of this because it was tough. The cardboard was very well secured, so I'm glad I didn't get that on film. But you can see here he's got an instruction booklet. He's got 3 missiles. He's got a whole bunch of accessories. This is a hologram gun that clips into the back of vehicle mode. He's got his other rifle, a jerry can, a spare tire, a missile launcher. The first big thing that pops out to me when I look at this guy and compare him to my G1 version is the colouring. The colouring is much different. The weapons are chromed on the original. This is just plain grey. The green on the original Hound is much darker, and the grey trimmings are all chromed on the original as well. Even little things like his hands. I'm not sure if you can see his hands very well. They're kind of thin compared to the other one. Not by much. I'm not going to sit here and nitpick and get a ruler out and measure them. But one noticeable thing is when I lift it, is just it's weighty. These feet are die-cast metal. They're pretty hefty, so he's going to stand pretty well. One cool thing I did notice, and I'm not sure if it was a feature of the G1 version, but when I transform him, and I will transform him shortly, but you lift his arm up like that, and this wheel here swings around to the front, and I'm not sure if you'll see it, but there's a gap here that goes into the top part, and if I was to... Oh, it didn't do it. Awesome. Don't I look like an idiot now? But when I went back the other way, it actually came out. Look at that, see? Whoa! So when you swing it down, it doesn't go in. You have to kind of push it in. But when you swing it back, the arm automatically comes out. And so I don't know if that was in the original version of Hound, because I've always remembered trying to have to get it out manually. So let's just quickly clear the accessories away, and we'll get the original in so we can have a quick look. Whooshka. And here he is. OG original Hound. Now this is my old guy from 1983, my first ever Transformer. You can see height wise, you know, they're very similar, dimension wise very similar, but some of those colorings that I was telling you about straight off the bat you can see are very, very different. The darker green, it's come off a lot, but this is all chromed, these parts here, as is the parts in the back there. This guy here is just grey. Even these parts at the back, they're just grey. It's got a bit more. The G1's got a bit more of a variety of colours as well. Like this is black through here, whereas this is still just that same grey colour. Yeah. Don't ask me about the Decepticon symbol. I don't know where he got it from. He's been like that for 30 odd years. I have no idea, and I don't know if I want to get repro labels and make him look shiny and new like this guy, because this is just how I remember him. So I'm pretty keen to leave him as is. I don't have the old fella's weapons with him at the moment. They're bagged away for safekeeping, but they're also chromed up as mentioned before. But let's transform the new guy and let's see what he looks like. It's a very similar transformation, so I'm going to just slip him into the background there, and then we'll get him into the Jeep mode. So 99% transformation is the same. So I usually start with the windshield, just pop that windshield up because you will have to get it out of the way eventually anyway. So these arms here, pop them up, slide them in when this comes up. So push them in, that one there, and then on the other side same deal. Get the arms up, move the wheel up. It's a much tighter rotation than the G1, that's for sure. I do have to not force it, but use a little bit more pressure. So you can see there some good details are revealed there on the dashboard, at least anyway. So that's good. Not sure if the old guy had any. Let's have a look. Very similar. Very similar. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Alright, old fella, you get back there. Geez, your windshield's pretty good, mate. Anyway, back to this guy. So, his head automatically goes down, so you don't need to pop it down or anything. So when you put this up, his head automatically goes down. It does. This is a little bit looser, but like that, there's no rotation or anything with it. But when you send it up like that, you might just want to, with your finger, just kind of give it a bit of a nudge to put it in. these things on the side will flip around nice and tight on this one as well, which is good. Nice and tight. Ooh, around the other way, rotate it around again. Now this will eventually slide in that way, but the first thing we'll do is we'll come around the back here, and there's a couple of seats. So what we do is we just flip them up and out of the way, so that we can then take this and flip it over like that. You can fix the seats up a little bit if you want to get aesthetic straight from the start. I'm going to do it a little bit later though. So, and then I'm going to just holding onto both wheels, give it a bit of a wiggle and push them together. Not bad, not bad. So then I can fix up the seats there. Like I said, this is a new guy straight out of the box, so he is kind of tight. Here we go, bit of a wheel fart, but that's all good. Not looking too bad. If we do the old guy real quick, we can do a quick comparison. So, same again, your windshield goes up, mate. I'm going to be a lot gentler with this guy, that is for sure, because he is mucho wobbly. That gets pushed in like that. I'll be honest, I don't think I've transformed this dude for a few years. So we'll see how he goes. Comes in like that. We'll flip. Oh jeez, he wants to do some ab crunches. Flip those around as we did. Flip the seats up like we did before. Move one up, move the other one up. Flip it over, see what's going on, fix it up, there we go. Head in, give him a bit of a head wobble as well. And then same deal, hold on to the wheels, he slides a little bit easier. Fix the seats, and you can see then just how similar they are. I do like the new guy, but I love the old guy. But I do like the new guy. A bit of rolling action if you are wanting to, play with it. Like this guy has definitely rolled over many a veranda and tree root in his day, but overall, well worth $30, I'd say. Maybe not the original 70. I don't think I'd want to pay the original 70 for that. That's honestly a bit much. But, for die-cast metal legs that are nice and heavy just like the original, can you... I can't really see, the paint's holding up pretty well, but you can see some of the grey coming through there in the back. But, you'll sit on the shelf with the rest of the Hounds. That might be a video for another day with all the Hounds that we have on that shelf. But, for last in the line, not a bad one to pick. Definitely recommended. I might go put him on the shelf now. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Dusty toys.